Let's discuss the questions just like we were doing before. So the this question is about Lisp, Lisp, Lisp. Now this is associated with John McCarthy. Now, tell me, what is Lisp? What are its uses and applications? When was it developed? And in what context was it developed? All about Lisp that is there to be informed about. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
1950s, with the first implementation appearing in 1958. Lisp is one of the oldest high-level programming languages and is particularly known for its strong capabilities in symbolic.
Yo, don't fuck this up. All right, so you were explaining me about Lisp. Let's continue. Begin. Start from the beginning, talking about Lisp.
Sure. Let's start from the beginning. What is Lisp? Lisp, which stands for Lisp Processing, is a programming language developed by John McCarthy in the late 1950s, with its first implementation in 1958. It is one of the oldest high-level programming languages still in use today. Lisp is particularly known for its powerful features in symbolic computation and is closely associated with artificial intelligence (AI) research. Uses and applications of Lisp. 1. Artificial intelligence (AI). Lisp has been extensively used in AI research because of its flexibility, ability to handle symbolic information, and quick prototyping capabilities. It was the language of choice for many early AI programs. 2. Symbolic computation. Lisp excels at manipulating symbols and lists, which makes it ideal for applications like symbolic mathematics, language processing, and theorem proving. 3. Data processing. The language's strengths in Lisp processing make it a good fit for applications requiring extensive data manipulation. 4. Text editors. Lisp is the underlying language for Emacs, a highly extensible and customizable text editor popular among programmers. Context of development. Lisp was developed during a period when researchers were exploring ways to replicate human reasoning and intelligence using computers. John McCarthy designed Lisp to make it easier to manipulate symbols and lists, which were essential for AI systems. The language introduced several innovative features, such as dynamic typing and garbage collection, that supported its flexibility and made it suitable for the exploratory nature of AI programming. Key features of Lisp. Homoiconicity. This means that code and data in Lisp have the same structure. Both are represented as lists, allowing programs to easily manipulate other programs, which is particularly useful in AI. Recursion. Lisp is designed to support recursive functions, which are functions that call themselves, a common pattern in both AI and general programming. Garbage collection. Lisp automatically manages memory, which helps in developing programs without worrying about memory leaks. Dynamic typing. Variables in Lisp do not need to be declared with a type, making it easier to write flexible code. Significance. Lisp has played a crucial role in the development of AI and symbolic computation. It influenced the development of many other programming languages and introduced concepts that are still relevant in computer science today. Despite being over 60 years old, Lisp and its dialects, such as Common Lisp and Scheme, are still in use for AI research, education, and specialized applications. Lisp's simple yet powerful design has made it a lasting tool for programmers who need to work with complex data structures and algorithms, particularly in the context of AI.
So, in what year was it developed?
Lisp was developed in 1958 by John McCarthy.
So, what's the advantage of using Lisp over others? And do not be too elaborate. Keep it very short and simple.
and recursive algorithms, making
हुसन नहीं, तेरा बहन परेशान हो गए हैं तो करना, परेशान हो गए सारे के सारे. So, when what's the advantage of using Lisp over others? Please be brief, very brief, short, and explain it. So do not be elaborate because I don't have time. So what are the benefits of using Lisp, and can you exemplify in a nutshell what benefits it provides over the others?
Lisp is highly flexible and excellent for symbolic computation and AI because it allows easy manipulation of code as data. Its simplicity in syntax and powerful macro system make it adaptable, allowing programmers to create domain-specific languages quickly. This makes it ideal for AI research and rapid prototyping.
The next is Pascal. So can you explain me quickly what Pascal is? What does it abbreviate as? And also Lisp. I forgot the full form of Lisp, the acronym Lisp, LISP. What does Lisp stand for? And then talk about Pascal. Pascal was actually developed by Nicholas Wirth, as in Wirth. So Nicholas Wirth developed Pascal. Now explain in the same way, just like you did for Lisp. Explain the mechanism behind the working of Pascal, and how what makes it different from others, and what is this mainly used for, when was it developed, things like that. So let's go ahead and give me that information about Pascal. Pascal.
Lisp stands for Lisp Processing. It was designed for easy manipulation of data structures, particularly lists, which are fundamental to its syntax and programming style. Pascal, named after the mathematician Blaise Pascal, is a programming language developed by Niklas Wirth in the late 1960s, specifically in 1970. Created to encourage good programming practices using structured programming and data structuring. Pascal is known for its clear syntax and was widely used as a teaching language because it enforces structured programming, which helps beginners understand concepts like loops, conditionals, and data types clearly. Unlike Lisp, which excels in AI and symbolic computation, Pascal is more geared toward general-purpose programming, particularly in educational settings.
So what are the main applications of Pascal in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, Pascal is primarily used in educational settings to teach programming concepts because of its clear and structured syntax. Beyond education, it has been used in developing early operating systems, software development tools, and even in some early video games. While it's less common in modern applications, its influence is still seen in the structured programming principles used in many contemporary languages.
All right, let's talk about Perl now. Perl. So who developed Perl? It was Larry Wall. Now, tell me, where was it developed, and where was all of the others, just like Pascal and Lisp, where were these developed?
It seems like you're asking who programming languages. Pascal was developed by Niklaus Wirth in 1970. These computer science. If you meant something different by developer, could you clarify?
I meant, what's the country of origin?
By that,
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with the internet? Is it really the internet, or is it the GPT that's not working?
I'm addressing your.
It just blows my mind up, drives me nuts. Can you explain? All right, can you explain where were these? In which country were these? Lisp, Pascal, Perl, these originate?
Lisp was developed in the United States by John McCarthy at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Pascal was developed in Switzerland by Niklas Wirth at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Zurich.
Now look, I'm trying to study, but how can I study like that?
It sounds like you might be feeling overwhelmed. Try breaking your study.
It's your fucking problem, motherfucker. Can you hear me? Now, I want you to explain where Perl was developed, you motherfucker.
And make studying more effective. Is there a particular topic you need help with right now?
Where was Perl developed? Perl. Where was this, whatever it is? Where was it developed? It was developed by Larry Wall. Explain to me in detail about it. Its applications. What is it used for? Why is it different from others? Like Lisp and Pascal. What does it do? And yes, and also differentiate between Perl, Lisp, and Pascal.
Perl, developed by Larry Wall in the United States, is a high-level programming language designed for text manipulation and processing. It was first released in 1987. Perl is particularly strong in tasks involving regular expressions, file handling, and system administration, making it a popular choice for web development and network programming. Here's how Perl differs from Lisp and Pascal. Perl, known for its flexibility and practicality, Perl excels in text processing and quick scripting tasks. It has extensive support for regular expressions, making it ideal for tasks involving pattern matching and data extraction. Perl also supports object-oriented and functional programming paradigms. Lisp. Developed in the United States by John McCarthy in 1958, LSP is one of the earliest programming languages and is known for its symbolic expression processing capabilities. It's widely used in artificial intelligence research and symbolic computing. Its strength lies in its ability to handle symbolic information and its flexible syntax. Pascal, developed by Nicholas Wirth in Switzerland in 1970s, Pascal is known for its strong typing and structured programming features. It was designed to teach programming and support good programming practices. It is less flexible than Perl and lacks some of the advanced features of Perl, but is appreciated for its clear syntax and educational value. In summary, Perl is highly versatile for scripting and text processing. Lisp is strong in symbolic computation and AI research, and Pascal is valued for its structured approach and educational use.
Could you elaborate one project each where Lisp Pascal, Perl, where these can be utilized. And also tell me who, what was developed by Alan Colmeror.
Certainly. One Lisp, a classic example, is its use in AI research. For instance, early AI programs like the SAGLU project, developed in the early 70s by Terry Winograd, used Lisp to handle natural language processing and understand commands in a simulated blocks world. 2. Pascal. It's often used in academic settings for teaching programming principles. For example, the Pascal-based language environments in many universities have been used to teach structured programming and algorithms. 3. Perl. One notable project is the development of the Comprehensive Perl Archive Network, CPAN, which is a vast repository of Perl modules. CPAN makes it easier for Perl developers to share and access reusable code, facilitating numerous Perl-based applications. As for Alan Omerauer, he developed Prolog. Prolog, short for Programming and Logic, is a logic programming language used for tasks involving artificial intelligence and computational linguistics. It is known for its capability in handling complex symbolic reasoning and pattern matching.
Japanese is an SOV word order language. Russian is an SVO word order language. Malagasy or Tzotzil is it's a I'm sorry, it's a VSO word order language. I'm sorry, it's a VOS word order language. Now Malagasy, as I recall, is spoken in Madagascar. Now please frame a sentence in Malagasy which represents this word order so that I can remember it very well. Provide the sentence along with its glossing.
Certainly. Here's a Malagasy sentence VSO word order. Sentence. Mikarakara ni zanakao ni Rayamandreni. Glossing. Mikarakarav ni zanakao, your child. Object. My Ray Amandreni, the parents. Translation. The parents take care of your child. This sentence illustrates the VSO order, where the verb comes first, followed by the object, and the subject comes last.
So, my dear friend, the thing that you just explained is not VSO, but is VOS word order. All right, let's see. So this is the sentence. Mikarakara ni zanakao ni rai aman dreni. Glossing. Mikarakara takes care of. Okay, so that's the verb. Verb comes first. Then comes ni zanakao. Ni zanakao means your child, which is the object, takes care of your child. And then ni rai aman dreni. Ni rai aman dreni meaning the parents, right? So mi kara kara ni zanakao ni re aman dreni. Ni re aman dreni meaning the parents, which is the subject. So subject, I'm sorry, the parents take care of your child. This is what it literally translates to. Verb comes first, then comes your object, ni zanakao, then comes the subject, which is nire amandreni, the parents. So mi kara kara ni zanakao takes care of your child, nire amandreni, the parents. So the parents take care of your child. This is what it literally translates as. Right? Translation. So mikara kara ni zanakao ni re amandreni. This is a sentence from the Malagasy language. There's somebody. Yo. Yes. It's not a job. Yes, it's unpaid labor. That's how I know that. Want it to be a government. Yes, yes. Definitely. But really, I but yeah, but yeah. कितने बजे दिया है कहाँ दिया है वो पता चलेगा कल दिया शाम को पता चलेगा okay then you continue so mi cara cara ni zanakao ni aman ni re amandreni meaning first comes the verb, that is take care of, then comes the what is it mi cara cara ni zanakao is the object, take care of your child, ni re amandreni the parents, which is the subject. So subject comes at the last, object comes before the subject, and before the object comes the verb. So verb, object, subject, VOS, word order, Malagasy language from Madagascar. Madagascar. Okay, let's continue. Mi cara cara ni zanakao ni re amantreni.
It seems like you're aiming for a Malagasy sentence. For clarity, sentence Ni zanako nira amandreni. Glossing. Ni.
Nira amandreni.
Nira takes care of. Amandrets. Ni subject marker. Translation: the parents take care of your child. This showcases the Malagasy VSO word order. Verb ni, object zanakao, and subject amandre.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Visual perception. So the temporal lobe takes care of the auditory perception. The visual perception should be taken care of by the maybe the parietal lobe, or it's the occipital lobe. It's the same. So okay, so spatial perception is taken care of by the parietal lobe. That's a surety. It's not mentioned. It's not written over here, but I'm telling you, believe me, that's what's gonna come up very soon. And the visual perception, of course, is being taken care of by the occipital lobe. Chota dimag hota hai, idhar idhar chota idhar mara kar. The next is somatosensory perception. So somatosensory perception. What do you feel about it? Somatosensory perception is taken care of by either the parietal lobe, it either could be the frontal lobe, the occipital lobe, or the temporal lobe. So it's the parietal lobe that takes care of the somatosensory perception. So can you explain, a brief detail about somatosensory perception, what it really is, and how the parietal lobe takes care of the somatosensory perception?
Somatosensory perception involves the processing of sensory information from the body, like touch, temperature, pain, and proprioception, sense of body position. The parietal lobe, located near the top and back of the brain, is crucial for this. It interprets signals from sensory receptors in the skin and muscles, allowing us to feel sensations and understand the body's position in space.
Okay, so apart from spatial orientation, it takes care of the sensory things like touch, so there are five elements of the body, you know five senses as well. So eyes, hearing, and all of that. Touch. So touch is actually touch is taken care of by the parietal lobe, or the somatosensory perception is taken care of by the parietal lobe, right? Planning, decision making by the
Yes,
frontal
that's
lobe.
correct. The parietal lobe handles somatosensory perception, which includes touch, temperature, pain, and proprioception. The other senses, like vision and hearing, are processed by different parts of the brain: the occipital lobe for vision and the temporal lobe for hearing.